So gosh, last week was or this week, excuse me, last week because we recorded it last week. This week was very like a tearjerker.
Yeah.
Crying. Oh my God.
There's a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, was
Darnella.
there?
I'm very proud of Darnell. Let's give a little.
Darnella.
Everybody is very happy with Darnell.
Very happy with Darnella. The ice is beginning to melt.
Just like your water bottle.
Elsa has found her home in Iceland here on the Do It Like Danny show. Thank goodness for Darnella.
Yes.
You know, was it falling apart? Darnella, just getting in touch with her feelings.
It was good. I almost teared up actually last night watching the video and watching her cry. I was like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good.
It was good. You put the video in her father too, right? I haven't seen it.
You have to watch it.
I know. I'm so sad. I've been so busy running around. It's been so crazy. I'm becoming a carpet cleaner.
Yeah.
I've never cleaned a carpet in my entire life, and I'm about to become a carpet cleaner in the next couple of days. Go figure.
Well, you gotta, what do you call that? You gotta negotiate a rate.
I mean, yeah, it's like, talk about like odd jobs. I'm like, okay, I'm dog walker, I'm financial institution, I'm therapist, I'm psychologist, I'm private
driver.
Uber. I'm just haven't been chef yet. I'd love to cook, but no.
She don't want you to cook.
mean, yeah, and then I'm like, trying to have time management. The only thing is like, it's getting better, but she just doesn't have a clue of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she just expects you to do it quickly. And it's like, you have a list of things here. Like, how do you expect me to do this in 1 hour? And then what, 10 hours? Yeah, you do, because you're forcing me like to do it so quickly. Or when I want to do something, that's not the right time.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we always do it. And like, all of a sudden now she's in a hurry.
Yeah,
so it's it's just trying to learn the different nuances of her. But the latest is I'm going to become a carpet cleaner. Yeah.
Is it easier because you're getting paid now?
It is a little bit easier, yeah. I'm not so stressed anymore. Like, I actually, to be honest, I haven't had to drive like as much, which is great. Like, listen, it's still not, amazing money, but it's a solid base.
Yeah.
And so I'm down to, I only have to drive like 4 days instead of 7.
Good.
So I was driving 7 days a week.
Yeah.
I was ready to murder everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Like, truth be told.
Oh, trust me, I've been there.
Oh my God, you're going to murder me. I totally forgot to start the show. I'm so sorry. I talk about time management. Welcome to Do It Like Danny, time management edition. I'm going to tell a million stories, and maybe one will hit home, and you'll be like, wow, that happened to me. And it's not about me. Well, it is. Television is a very, very crazy beast. I learned so much at Tyra. This is real emotion. This is something that I experienced.
I want the world to see what I have always seen, and that is the love that you have for just being yourself.
I love this person who knows who he is, who can make people laugh.
I think the script I gave you was a little bit different, but I'll take that.
Okay. Sorry.
I'm drinking at work because it's my show. I drink on my show. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome. It is fucking a summer. If you haven't felt it, or if you're a part of the land or the region where it's not summer, well, congratulations to you, because it's been balls hot out here. But thankfully, we're back again in our little compound here at Linda's home. It's all beautiful and delicious and wonderful. Well, although it is gorgeous, it's a hot day. Very hot one. I know that right before we, started the show, we were talking about all the different jobs that I'm partaking in at this moment. But yeah, I don't know if you noticed, I am a little bit lighter, and we ruined it though, because we didn't really tell people that I was getting paid.
Did we?
We didn't know. We didn't, because we're still in the
I'll
story.
bleep that all out.
Yeah, you're going to bleep that out. Shit.
Don't worry, we'll make it funny. I'll bleep that out.
I'm not going to figure that one out. Good luck on that one. No, we haven't told. We're barely at the whatchamacallit, at the orientation.
Yeah,
yes.
I'll bleep it all out. Don't worry.
So, I don't know. Louis just ruined it. You might as well just leave it in. We'll still tell the story. There's still more story to tell. But, yes, I'm finally got all of my 10 paychecks since January. Everything has been, it took me forever it took 2 weeks to clear all the money, and thank God. Now finally I can sort of breathe. I can actually pay my rent, pay my bills, catch up on everybody. And as I said before, not have to drive so much, which is great. Because now I'm like, okay, whatever, I still get crazy people, but it is what it is.
Oh, yeah. It's never going to change.
So that's this week. I'm a carpet cleaner. Never thought I'd ever say those words in my entire life. But, hey, listen, it is what it is. What do you expect for, $13.50 an hour?
Mm-hmm. Big money.
Big money. Hey, I guess it could be worse, right? It could be worse.
You could have no money.
Could have no money at all whatsoever in the past 6 months. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so that is the latest update, if you will. But we just wanted to again say thank you for watching all these past week's episodes. Yes, as a recap, we have gone off the rails previous to Darnella's meltdown. In a good way.
Yeah.
We really we were fucking drunk.
But it's so much fun.
We were drunk. I mean, like honestly, like we needed somebody there to be like, these are the topics, and Darnella's just blurting things out with her. What is that? What is that when you blurt things out like
word vomit,
expletives, and oh god, there's a word for it that people have. It's like oh shit. Not Munchausen's. Oh my god! I don't know. It's on the tip of my tongue. You know when you're like motherfucking shit, and you like blurt things out. Oh my god! If Dana were here, she'd be like, she totally hit on the spot.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks again to all my friends and family for all your support and just watching. It's been so much fun.
It's gotten better.
We also needed to give Angelo a break. Angelo definitely needed a break. Poor guy. He's got a full-time summer house going on over there in the compound. He's very, very busy.
That day specifically, he let loose.
Yeah.
If you couldn't tell by yesterday's episode,
He's got,
loose.
Living help in the back. He's got, all the cottages around him want to use the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody, he's got it's very busy for him.
Oh yeah, revolving door right now.
It's very busy, not to mention all of his, financial endeavors right now also too. He has to keep that compound running. So thank you, Angelo. Thank you. And again, thanks to Darnella, because, she's going to listen to the episode and pretend like she's catching up. Let's see if she catches that one.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, she'll be like, I don't appreciate it. We'll spend 30 minutes on that. But yeah, so we wanted to switch it up, and we wanted to make this a happy episode.
Yeah.
A very, very happy episode. First and foremost, so a while back, I think I had told you that the gay night at Disney was coming up, right?
Yes. Yeah, you actually text messaged me and told me, get your ticket, we're going this day. Don't forget to get it on this date. I was like, all right, and I got it.
And there was a group of us going. So backstory. So I went last year, right? And I only had nothing but accolades about it, right?
Yes, you were excited.
I also had been microdosing at the time.
So you think you were...
So I don't know. We have a lot to talk about. So, when I went through it last year, it was amazing. Like everybody was like, like everybody was so kind and polite, and there was so much to do, and we danced and we did all these different things, right? And we there was colors everywhere.
Colors
right?
everywhere.
There was rainbows on the mountains, rainbows on the Matterhorn, you name it, rainbow. And then Main Street was like done up, like rainbow everything, right? It was just vomiting rainbows everywhere. So in the back of my mind, I was like, oh my God, this is so great. I can't wait to come back again, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. So fast forward to, we go to gay night at Disney. And of course, obviously, the plan always never makes it out to be the plan.
Never.
It is true. When you try to make a plan, a higher power up there is like, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah, good luck.
And so, of course, I think I had my client that morning, which it worked out well because other friends of mine had like doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
Somebody else wanted to sleep in. Tiffany was like, oh, great, we can start later. We didn't have to be front row Joe, right? Which was great. We already had the tickets. And then Sean, right?
How could we forget?
Oh, my little pocket colonizer. I love me some Sean, but let me tell you, he's hilarious.
Yes, he's good.
He's got a very dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I think that like when people meet him, they're like, this guy's kind of a dick, but he's really not a dick.
Yeah, he's not.
He's just, that's his humor.
Yeah.
That's how he comes off. And he'll say jokes and there'll be no inflection. He'll just like ramble something and you're like, are we supposed to laugh? Or are we supposed to be scared?
He reminds me of this comedian, Anthony Jeselnik, is very much like that. Very dry in the way he delivers. It's just like him.
He's so dry,
Yeah.
right? Because you don't know, are you angry about that? Or should we be laughing about it? I mean, God bless them. I mean, and I will say this, when I'm with Sean, one-on-one, it's great, right? Because I'm able to like ingest it and like process it. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
But in a big group, as such we were, there was a motley crew of people that attended. It was from very young to very seasoned. And I'm not the most seasoned one.
Nope.
A friend of ours needed a cart, and so there was all that was going on.
Yes.
And the good thing about that was we were able to enter the ride.
Yeah, that was the only good thing.
Via the back entrance. But I will say this, it cheated us out of the line experience.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you may think, oh, it was great. We got to go behind the scenes and like go ride the rides and not have to wait so long. But a lot of it too is waiting in line and watching the shit show.
Yeah.
Because you've got people that are, doing weed. You've got like all the queens screaming, and then some people didn't want to dance. And then I had done an edible this year, and I was like, I'm having a good time. I was having a lot of fun, but I was enjoying like myself.
Yeah.
And everybody was asking me, what are we gonna do next? What are we gonna do next? And I was like, oh my God.
You didn't want to be hall monitor.
I did not want to be hall monitor. That tired me out. I was like, will somebody make a
fucking
decision?
idea?
Like, why am I the one? Why do I have to? And I'm not saying plan everything, but literally they were hanging on every word. And I get it. You were recording also too. We didn't have lighting. It was beyond.
I mean, look, I had fun. I know for me, it was more of a learning experience of what we needed. But from what I got, there were some very organic moments and some funny things that were in there that I was like, okay, this is fun. I had a good time, but I saw it from your perspective where you're like, I think I blew this out of proportion last year because this year it was a little toned down. And I just think it was the culmination of, again, the Motley Crue.
Yeah.
And then everybody was drinking and under the influence of something, including myself. But that's for medication for my leg.
You needed it.
Yeah,
you were
I needed it.
wobbly. It was a different experience this time.
Yeah.
I can't say it was negative. It was just like, and I cannot believe all of the people that I just kept like, oh, I know that person. I know that person.
Yeah, you ran into a lot of people.
I ran into a lot of people, including my ex, my very first boyfriend, which I'm sure I highly doubt that he watches this because he'll be like, I'm going to sue you, but you can't. You cannot because it's a public place and and it's on video. So I think that's the best part.
Yes.
So let me paint the picture. So we were having a great night. I don't remember where we were going, but I remember that we were walking down Main Street, and I don't know if it was the end of the night.
No, it was the middle. So we had just come out of Pirates.
Okay.
And everybody's like, let's regroup at the locker because we had to go to the locker.
Oh, yeah. We had to go fill up on our Jesus juice. So we had Jesus juice, and we had to go refill, right?
Yes.
So I'm walking down Main Street. I'm like, I got colors. Like, having a good time. And who was in front of me?
The roommate, the Asian roommate to
Rue?
Not Rue.
Jonah.
Not Jonah, the other one.
Oh, Mark.
Yeah, Mark is in front of you.
So Mark was in front of me, and we're walking, and blah, blah, blah. And he saw me first in the video. And I'm sure you'll see if you play it, you can't really show I don't think you can show his face. Can you?
Yeah, because it's
you?
a public space.
That's true, huh?
Yeah, it's a public space. It works out perfect. And I was behind you just recording you because I'm getting B-roll, right? And you're walking. And I didn't notice it at first, but I did notice when you turned around and you're like, come here. And I'm thinking like, well, what the hell did I miss, right? And that's when you go, well, continue.
Yeah, and so I saw him. He saw me first. In the video, I saw that he saw me first. But he tried to shy away. You're on Main Street, there's like nowhere to go, right? Oh, they were waiting for a parade.
Yeah.
The parade was about to start, so it was a very condensed space to begin with. And literally, he passed me within inches.
Yeah, yeah.
How
It's in the video. I'll show it again.
You know me. And I went, and I screamed his name. And you know when somebody wants to, they want to look, but they know that if they look, they don't want to acknowledge you, right?
Yes.
So I was flooded with like, oh my God, like that. I guess I didn't think it was negative until after he passed me and ignored me, right? And maybe he was with his partner or whatever, but I guess in my mind, I was kind of shocked that he kind of ignored me because I thought for sure he would have turned him in like, oh my God, like this fucktard, you know what I mean? Like, hi. But he didn't acknowledge me, and I was like, well, I know that was him. Like,
yeah,
and
it
he
was
knew that
him.
was me.
It was him.
So a part of me was really kind of like, wow, because it's been since the 90s.
Yeah.
Since I think before 95, like it's been 30 years.
Yeah. Now, are you 100% certain he did see you? I'm not saying you're wrong because I was there and I've watched the video.
I'm loud.
And you're
when
very
I
loud,
his
yes.
name, I think everybody heard his name.
Well, because I only bring that up because there was another incident where it was with David. And remember the party you were supposed to go to? And there was a miscommunication there. And you had thought one thing, and then later on you spoke to David, and you're like, fuck, it was this other thing that I took. So I'm not saying I was behind
but that
you.
was via text, though.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
that was via text. That was, did we ever tell that story?
I don't remember. Maybe.
We should have David on and tell us story.
Yeah.
But if we haven't, because that's a really funny one. Talk about like a miscommunication, right? And I'm like sitting at home waiting with pizza. I'm in Shakey's and chicken and Mojo's. So, you know what? I mean, you can't. I haven't changed.
Yeah, that's true.
I look the same because I'm fatter. You know what I mean? But I don't have like wringles.
No,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
That's so mean. I shouldn't say that. I saw, but you know, people are getting older around me. But I was just so shocked. One, because I've sort of crossed paths with him before.
Has he said hello to you before?
No. This was on a we'll just call it a dating app.
Oh, okay.
I saw his partner, and I'm gonna assume that they have an open relationship, right? Because
Let's put a pin in that because I do want to bring that up at some point.
It is what it is. Yeah. Like that's his business. It's none of my business. And so I think I had messaged him on Facebook like, "Oh, hey, were you at Disney?" And he's like, "We just left." And so then it kind of like solidified. And I didn't want to say, "Oh, I saw you on the sex app," or dating app. Excuse me. I didn't want to say that because it's interesting. Even though it's been 30 years ish or maybe whatever, I still know that deep inside, like I want to protect his feelings because he was my first, and it was a very it wasn't terrible in the beginning, but it went crazy. He was my first. I went crazy. When he cheated on me, I went crazy. And one day we'll touch on that, but like I lost my mind because I didn't know how to handle certain things. Yeah, and I grew up watching, movies and people fighting. So you think that that's how it's supposed to unveil itself.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was not normal. No, by any means, it was not normal. Or the environment that you're exposed to as you're growing up. So yeah, you're right. It was not normal. So I guess I always wanted to like apologize to him, be like, "Oh man, I'm so sorry. Like I went crazy." Yeah. But he did cheat on me, and at the end of the day, and that's the other part too that I thought was really funny because here was a situation where, not that there's fault, but it's like we both had fault. Yeah. But after 30 years, you would have think that like
move on.
You gotta get over.
Yeah, you gotta move on.
I mean, I've gotten over it. Like, let's see, you're gonna. You know what I mean. And if you're in a happy, healthy relationship, whether it's poly or whatever, right? Then you should feel strong enough to know, oh, that's cool. That's my ex. Yeah, and he'll always be my ex. But I can say hi to him. I mean, I would say hi to Jimmy. I'm trying to think who else I have exes. Oh, God, there's quite a few. But, in terms of, like, long relationships, and also, too, Jared was my first. Yeah. So it's not like, I don't know. It was weird. That was so weird. And, again, it just surprised me that he didn't, like, go, not even like a head nod, like nothing. Oh, what's up? Yeah, he didn't even look at you. And I would have understood. Listen, being with him for not so long, but at least being with him for a period of time where I learned sort of the ins and outs of his behavior. I mean, he lived at my house with my mom, and he, he was a part of the family. Oh yeah, like he was a part of the family. So I guess that's the part that shocked me. I was just like, wow. I don't know if I should take that as he's bitter, or if he's protecting the new, like, again, if you're in a healthy relationship. It shouldn't matter. I listen, if I was in a relationship with someone and Jimmy crossed my path, I absolutely would be like, oh my God, Jimmy. I would never. And the same thing with Jared. Obviously, I turned my face and I was like, Jared, and and obviously he, again, when you seen the video, he saw me. I wonder how many of our listeners have gone through something very similar to that, where they see an ex, they try to be polite, and the ex is just like, I don't know you. Yeah, and then maybe I was wrong. Maybe I should have just ignored him. Like, I don't know. I guess. Well, you don't harbor anything. Well, now that I'm older, I don't harbor anything. Yeah, you let it go. You're just like, you can't hold on to it anymore. You're realizing, like, once you get into my age range, that life is beyond short. You cannot sweat the small things anymore. Sometimes, people come over to my house and they ask me those questions. And I'm like, I don't care. And I don't mean to be flippant, but it's like, I don't really care. Yeah. I don't really care. Like, do whatever you're going to do. Yeah. It's going to turn out that way anyway. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So Disneyland was an interesting thing. We found out that my cousin Tiffany loves to dance. Poor Tiff. She was having the blast. I think out of everybody, she had the best. I'm not sure if she was at Disneyland. She was with us. She let loose. She was dancing with and I'll never forget. as she stood there on Main Street, as people were trying to exit, she was dancing with all of them. And then when we were at the Space Mountain, and she put her scarf over her head, and she was rocking out. I mean, she was dancing. And I'm like, oh my God, I never realized her scarf was over her head this entire time. I guess she was with 2 other people. I don't know how they got separated, but a fun night to be had by all. I mean, it was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it was good times.
We had a lot of fun. We did Uber back to the hotel because I was like, "Oh, I'm not walking with Tiffany." Like she's like,
"You better pick her up." And carry her out.
No, she would have probably danced in the middle of ball. And I would have been like, you need to get over here. I felt like a mom. It was very similar to Matt. Not as bad. At least she was happy.
She had a good time.
She had a great time.
Matt gets angry.
I can't be mad at her. She had a great time. I'm a little jealous because, I was.
You wanted that.
I was hall monitor. And I wanted that, because then I felt like every time my friends came with us, they were like, oh my God, Danny. And then we would hang out and then they would go away.
There's a lot of people that you knew, which
yeah.
that always surprises me how far your reach goes. Because I hear the stories, I've seen it, but it's not until I'm like there. You know what I'm saying? Until I'm actually sitting there and I'm getting it on video where I'm like, oh my God, he does know a shit ton of people. I think we saw, 4 or 5 people that you knew, including Jared?
Yeah, well, there's Raymond.
Yeah.
And Raymond is a wonderful, he's become a wonderful friend. He was the byproduct of he who must not be named. the person that ghosted me.
Voldemort.
Yeah, the person that ghosted me, and I'll never know what happened, but whatever. Like I can't harbor it, but I won't give him any credit on this at all
absolutely.
whatsoever. Just in all fairness, if you ghost me, remember, if you want to be dead, you will stay dead.
Yep.
No problem. I will honor your wishes. But Raymond came out of the byproduct of that, and we just became great dance buddies. Like here's the interesting part, and what I'm learning in my old age is that my age range, they go to bed at like 9.
Yeah.
I'm going out at 9.
You're leaving.
I'm leaving my abode, and they're coming home. And so it's actually really hard for me to find, and I wouldn't say friends. I would say acquaintances, because I have my core of friends. I'm not looking for any more new
dance
core
party,
friends, right?
Party friends.
But party friends, dance friends, and it's really hard to find them because when you do skew into my older friends, it's like, well, we gotta get there at 9, and we gotta be out before midnight.
Or they leave
and
at
you're just
8:30 when the party just starts.
Oh my God! I'm like, we're just getting there, right?
Yeah.
So I have to skew younger.
Yeah.
And so all the people that I go dancing with, they're like in their 30s. And I'm over there like,
you're keeping up, yeah?
Lemnisha, jumping around. And that Raymond is like he loves Janet. We both love Janet.
Yeah.
He is my number 1 dance partner right now. And so whenever something pops up, I ring him. He works at Disney also too.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why I ran into him. But I felt bad because, I wanted to go dance with him and have some fun. But then we were with the Motley crew that it was just like the scales were not balanced.
Yeah.
Some wanted to just chill. Some wanted to watch a parade. And I wanted to be like, go do whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah,
right?
don't worry about us.
Go and be Mary and go act like Mary. Do whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah.
And then Tiff was like, I'm out of here.
Every time I looked around, Tiff was gone. She was
gone.
dancing her way out of there.
She found friends, and she was smart. But I kind of felt like I do that. I feel guilty because, I'm the one that was like, we should all go. Excuse me. So I felt like obligated to stay and make sure that people were having a good time. But I guess that's part of it too. It's like nobody ever makes sure that I'm having a good time.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be like a dick about it, but I'm just saying that would be nice.
Yeah. Maybe you're at a point in your life where you need to start having your good time and stop worrying about other people.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
Yeah, I think it's time also too. Yeah. But I also feel just so emotionally connected to all the people that went with us because it's family, it's friends.
Yeah, it's friends.
New friends.
Hey,
and
no disrespect to them. I loved everybody that was with us. Nobody caused any trouble or drama.
No.
Everybody had a good time.
There was no. Yeah.
It was fun to be around them. But I think it's time for you to, like you said, you don't need to be home monitor anymore. It's over with.
Yeah.
time
And
to
I
go,
think I
yeah.
nominate myself to be hall monitor every now and then. And I'm like, ooh.
Or you have in the past, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, Daniel will take care of it."
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't mind taking care of things, but now I'm like older and I'm like, I want to have fun too.
Yep.
I don't want to be mom all the time.
no more control. You just want to let go.
Yeah, I did not want to control the Disneyland whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then, running into the ex, that was really funny. I did run into a lot of people that I slept with also, too. I just didn't really acknowledge them.
So there's those hidden numbers of people I didn't notice.
Totally. Like, honestly, like the McDonald's counter was behind me as I was like, oh. And then I would see when people would recognize me, but you guys didn't catch it because they'd be like, oh, like, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I remember you, bitch. I remember you. Mm-hmm.
1 billion burgers sold.
Yeah. 1 billion burgers flipped.
That's so good. Oh, man.
But yeah, like we like even like forgot to like eat. I guess from last year they had like, this is gonna sound funny, they had like gay food. It was like rainbow cookies and rainbow mousses and all these different things, and I just didn't find that this time.
They were there. It just seems like nobody like separated to go do that.
Yeah.
I did. I was like, the only thing I wanted to try was that popcorn.
Yeah.
And I thought it was pretty good, but nobody ever took the time to be like, hey, let's go here and do this. Let's go here and do this. It was just kind of like, well, are we going to go on the next ride? Okay, we're going to go on the next ride. And by the time we got to Space Mountain, you're like, I'm over this.
Yeah, I was over it.
Yeah.
I was tired. I was over it. And I wanted you guys to go on Space Mountain.
Yeah.
I've been on it multiple times. I was just like, I just need to sit for a
Mm-hmm.
second. And then, Tiffany wasn't there. I was by myself for a hot second. I just needed a moment to myself, right? And then she comes bebopping down my way. Oh, God. And I just started laughing. I go, this is hilarious.
And she came out of nowhere.
But then she's like, are you recording me to you? She's like, are you recording me? She was like, don't you record me, Louie.
No,
oh my
she
God.
liked being recorded. I have plenty of video where she's like, don't record me. And there she is dancing and just popping it like hard. She had the best time. And I respect that.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You know what was a ripoff, though, was the hotel room.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm going to say who it was. It was La Quinta. And you know what? Like, I never realized hotels are just a ripoff. Well, because you're not even there a full 24 hours. They make so much money.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then what irked me was the fact they charged $30 for parking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean,
pretty
I
bad.
could have, and it's like, where else are you going to park?
You could have parked at Disneyland and left your car there all night.
Thank you.
for
Right?
$15.
What would they have done? I could have left a note. Battery died. Coming back in the morning.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I could have. We were super drunk. We'll be back at 8. Pass holders. And I'm gonna do that next time. Because I was like, what? I'm sorry. Well, first it was X amount for the room, but on top of that, to be charged, of course, taxes. I get it; those are inevitable. But $30 for parking for
that's
less
too much.
than 24 hours. I was like, no, ma'am. And the reason why I guess I was a little bitter was because my sister and I had gone like a couple weeks before, and they didn't even charge her for parking.
Interesting.
Where did she go? And I asked her, shit, I need to find out where she went so we can give them props.
Yeah.
Because she actually took the car there and said, I'm checking in later. It was, like 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And they said, yeah, just leave your car here. No problem. Gave her a pass, put it in there. Never had to pay nothing.
Nice. Yeah, that is a ripoff. I don't know why they did that.
Isn't that raunchy?
Yeah, because you double paid if you parked at Disneyland.
Yeah, well, no, I didn't.
Well,
I
that's
parked there
good.
first, thank goodness, because
Yeah.
we came later in the afternoon, and we did Uber though because it was so hot. I'm like, I'm not walking. I'm like, no.
It was very warm.
It
that
was
day.
so hot. It was really hot, and we rode in a Tesla, which I thought was kind of cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was all right. I was like, whatever. My car's better.
That's funny.
So, after all the Disneyland stuff and after all of kind of the past couple of weeks, this like insanity of having fun, summer has started, obviously.
Yes.
And with that being said, I actually went dancing this past weekend.
Oh, you did?
I did. I had not been dancing in such a long time, and it was warm. I'm like, I'm going. So I asked my friend who is younger, and he's like, yeah, let's go. And then I have an older friend who he always says his name is Rod, and I will call you out Rod because I know you don't watch the show. But Rod always says he's gonna come,
It never shows.
and he never shows up. He lives in Santa Paula, like to give him, a little base. But for the longest time, he's like, okay, let's see. Or then the next thing you know, when he gets to me, I'm in West Hollywood. You should come out. I'm like, it's 10 o'clock.
I'm somewhere else now.
You didn't give me an opportunity to get ready,
Yeah.
and you want me to meet you? And he's like, yeah, because he's like, oh, it's boring right now. I need to have some fun.
You're as fun, buddy.
I'm commonly relieved. Thanks a lot, Rod. So Rod came down, and even Jurgen and I, Jurgen's like, he says he's coming. He's not coming.
Oh, yeah, you mentioned this to me. I think it was Friday. You're like, I have a friend coming, but he always flakes. That's what you
he always
said.
fakes. Even Jurgen was like, he's not going to be here. And sure enough, I was like, he's coming. And Jurgen's like, what? Like, we both. He's like, you better go buy the lottery ticket, right? So we were laughing and talking. And yes, Rod showed up. And so Rod came, and then my friend Javier, and we went to a club by the name of Cobra.
Oh, okay.
And so Cobra is a whatever LGBT Alphabet City club.
Is that West Hollywood?
No, it's in dirty North Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
No ho, right?
Is it next to the Bullet?
Yes, which is, it's very close. It's like 2 blocks away from the Bullet. And here's the
okay.
interesting part about the Bullet. The Bullet claims that they're in East NoHo, which I don't even know how that even exists in terms of like being directionally challenged.
Yeah.
Like I've never heard of an East and then a Northern Hollywood. But
Yeah.
okay, whatever. And then of course Cobra is in North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which or Burbank or whatever.
Like in the center.
And it's like doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it does it.
Again, people in a room are like, we'll be so fancy. We just say East NoHo. West Hollywood gets away with that because it's in West Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly.
So down there, we're in East NoHo. So was there a West NoHo?
I don't think so, because that doesn't make any sense.
Thank you. It's like mountains.
Yeah.
So stupid. All right. Sorry if you work at the Bullet. We love you all. But anyway, so we went to Cobra. And so Cobra, what I love about Cobra is there is so much room to dance.
Mm-hmm.
It started off as like one, not small club, but pretty large club. And, people would dance, but it would get pretty busy. And then they, over time, bought the next door. They bought like behind them. So now there's like a big patio. And it's mainly like top 40, but Latino and our Mexican, I don't know, whatever. They play Mexican music.
Yeah.
I didn't know any of the songs. I knew like the Selena ones.
Yeah.
But my friend Javier, he knew all of the songs. And of course we were drinking and emotions were high. We were having the best time ever. We were just laughing and dancing all night long. Even Rod. Rod is very shy. Rod doesn't dance. Rod was dancing.
How many drinks did he have?
He didn't have any.
Oh, he just went out there.
We never left the dance floor.
Wow.
We got there about 10 and we left at like 1:30 in the morning and we never left the dance floor. So I got to tell this story because, a couple of things. First and foremost, I'm getting older. And with getting older, I am beginning to find that I'm forgetting and I'm misplacing things. And I'm like, right? And then I'll find it and I'm like, oh my God, like what the fuck, right?
There it is.
There it is. And it's like the oddest of places. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Or I'm leaving the stove on, like the burner.
Yeah.
Like I'll be cooking an egg or something and then I'll just pull it off and I'm like, oh, I'm all eating. And I go back and I'm like, oh my God, the blue flame is on. Why is the blue flame on? My pets are all dead, right? My parrot, my canary.
Coming out.
My mine canary is all.
You better not go out
my
cooking.
poor mine canary. Oh my God, my canary. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for a new canary. This one died.
Oh no.
So like random things, okay? There's so many I can't even begin to list them. And it's just been recently in the past like 6 months. So it's kind of scared me a lot. And so well, we went dancing. So whenever I go dancing, I always take everything out of my wallet.
Yeah.
I leave my ID, one credit card, and then it depends, anywhere from 30 to 40 or $50. What if there's strippers? $50.
$50.
So, because I take all my cards out, Costco, you don't need any of that crap. You don't need that. So, because just in case I do lose it, right?
That's
so I was so proud of myself. And we walked into the club and I know we're reversing. So we had parked. I made a road soda. So we were like sucking down the road soda, because drinks are so expensive. Yeah. Like one round was $50. And like, I'm not a cheap bitch, but let me tell you, I was a cheap bitch on that night. Cause I was like, I just got money and I'm not about to just give it away. Okay.
Hey man, there's no shame in pre-gaming. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We all done it.
Oh yeah. I'm going to forever pregame because let me tell you, I'm going to exit the club. I'm going to have something in the trunk, drink and go back in the club. Because it was $50 around, and it was just Javier and I drinking.
Yeah.
Although Javier, I say she because I emasculate everybody. She does drink that expensive tequila. But in all fairness, Javier always, up until this point, has paid for everything.
Okay, yeah.
You know, he's like, I know you're waiting for money here, so he's been very. So I can't. That's not a complaint.
Yeah. You got to take care of him now.
I got to take care of him.
Yeah.
He's taking care of me for many months. I have a lot of friends that have been, and family also too.
Yeah.
Not just friends, but family
Yeah.
that has helped me. So now it's time to give back. I'm the
buckle
telephone.
down.
I'm the telephone right now. And so anyway, so we paid our entrance fee to get in. And we walk in, it wasn't that busy in the beginning, so we did like a loop, you know. And I'm always so taken aback by this particular club because it is like the cholos.
Oh, it's one of those.
It's like like hardcore Mexicans. Like you look at these guys and you're like, oh God, they could never be gay, right? And some are not, right? Some are not. There's a lot of, again, the straights have invaded our
suspects.
stuff. Yeah.
The usual suspects.
A lot of straight girls screaming. Oh, God. And, you know, it's bad enough that the gays scream, but then to have straight girls like,
Yeah.
"Eh."
So it's like a mixed match.
It's sometimes, but it's more gay than anything. And if you can spit on the straights, no, I'm just kidding. They'll leave. No, so, you know, we get inside and it's the funniest thing. You know, I do have a penchant for strippers. And of course my favorite stripper was there.
Does he have a name?
So I don't even know his name.
But he's
I have
just
no
your
idea. He
favorite.
calls me Poppy. That's all I know. He's Poppy too. All I know is I pulled out a $5 bill and I walked in and like he saw me and my friend goes, oh my God, Rod, like, damn, Gina, like they know who you are here. Yeah. When was the last time you were here? I'm like, it's been probably like 2 years.
Oh,
It's been a long time.
But they remember you.
Oh, they remember me, right? So I got the little $5 and I went up and he's like, where have you been? He's like, blah, blah, blah. We're like talking, we're chatting and he's like, and he's hot. He's hot. But I don't think he's gay. I think he's straight. He's gay for pay, whatever, right? As they all are.
Okay.
But this place is filled with strippers. It's like my favorite environment ever. So a lot of fun. So we walk in, we're you know, fresh off of our rose sodas, and so we get around, and our favorite bartender is there. His name is Eddie. So it was just like, like everything was like perfectly aligned. And so we drink, we're having a great time, and then we stop drinking. I ended up getting accosted. Yeah, which is so funny. In this entire bar, this like, not little, but this skinny German guy.
Oh, the blue eyes. Blonde
blue
hair.
eyes. He's blue eyes and blonde hair. Yes.
Your favorite? Your second favorite Texas strippers.
Oh my God. I don't know what it is. An accent.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
and I'm
you do like accents. You're like a white woman. You love your accent.
I'm not a woman. Please make sure you use my proper pronouns. So anyway, so it was, you know, I don't even know how it happened. I was with Javier and Rod, and the next thing, they're like, let's go back to the dance floor because we just gotten a drink. And the next thing, I get kind of pawed a little bit, like
the reach around,
like the paw, like the, you know. And I'm like, oh, hi there, German guy. He's beautiful blue eyes. Oh my God. So we introduced ourselves, and he's obviously a chubby chaser. How I know these things is because he began to caress the extraness of doing it like Danny. Okay? I have a lot of extra, but I love it. I'm beautiful. I'm voluptuous.
You have a lot to give.
He was take-a-thing, okay? So we were just like having fun, and I was like, oh my God, you're so nice.
Yeah.
Pretending I had long hair. I was like, oh my God, do you come here often? He was shit-faced. But for what I can remember the conversation, we exchanged phone numbers and we shared a midnight kiss. You know, and that was kind of it. And I was like, we gotta go. And I like left, right?
The glass slipper was on. You're like,
Yeah.
I gotta go home now.
Yeah, that's how I do things. I'm like, I gotta go. I'm done with this. Like, I'm done.
You leave them wanting more.
Yeah, I did it on purpose. I was like, I have to go. I was like, I gotta go. But he was all about me.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I love this about you. I was like, oh my God, tell me more. And so then we left the club and I'm like, we're hungry. So
Yeah.
Javier knew of this like Mexican taco cart or whatever. And so we went there. I don't remember the name. I feel so bad, but they made good food. I mean, we were a little buzzed.
Yeah.
So, and
Everything's good when
Javier
you're
was
drunk.
drunk. Rod was not drunk. But so then I used my wallet there, right? So, did I say at the beginning that I lost my wallet?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, so let me recount the nights. So the reason why I'm telling this story is because I lost my wallet.
Oh, no.
So I had my wallet and we went to go eat food. And then we went home, I had my wallet. And the next morning, Rod spent the night.
Yeah.
And he's like, let's go get something to eat. And, listen, everything is so expensive nowadays, in all honesty, unless it's like a fine dining restaurant. I don't want to spend the money. I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
Knowing that I can make better food.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm starting to think like that too, where I'm like, I see this is good, but I could make it at home.
Right?
Yeah.
And so he goes, let's get sandwiches. And I'm like, great. And so Whole Foods is across the street from me. So I'm like, let's just go there. We'll get some whatever and some bread. Everything is there. So I had my wallet with me. We got in the car. We went across the street. We were laughing. We were checking the boys out because let me tell you, my Whole Foods, even though it's in the valley...
Was it a cruising Whole Foods?
It is gay foods, okay? There was nothing wholesome about it. And then there were tons of like married couples. Honey, do you want crackers? And I'm like, oh my God, they're so gay. Like, I kind of felt like, oh my God, I want to have a boyfriend to come to Whole Foods with. And so we were laughing. And then Rod's like, do you think they think we're together? And I'm like, oh God, no. Like, no way, right? And so we were just laughing. We were talking shit to each other.
Yeah.
But every guy in there was just gorgeous. And so we get our meats. I don't know if Rod made me laugh because I don't know if Rod eats fancy.
Okay.
So, the guy offered us, dude, would you like to taste the prosciutto from San Juan, whatever, Capistrano, but it was like from Italy, not
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because it's like $35 a fucking pound. You bet
Might
your
as well
ass I
try
want a
it,
fucking
yeah.
sample. Give me that $5 sample, okay? This ain't Costco. You ain't getting a little chip.
Yeah.
So he hands it, and it's like wax paper, and I'm like, oh my God, it was fucking-licious.
That
I
sounds
love
good.
prosciutto. It was imported. It was wonderful. I love imports.
Yes, we know.
And so it was delicious. And so we got our food, and I had my wallet then because I was like, well, here, I'll just pay for it now. And he goes, no, let me pay for it. I'm staying at your place. Let me take care of it. And I was like, all right. But I have the Amazon Prime, so I scanned my coupon when we went to go check out. And then in my mind, I thought that I put my wallet on top of the checkout counter.
Yeah.
We're in the front there. We were bagging stuff. We were having a good time. And so I didn't think about it. Scan my code, out we walk, right? We come home. I don't remember having my wallet. Rod said, you do. I did have it, but I didn't remember. So Rod goes away, and then that night I was like, oh, I need to return something on Amazon. So I'm looking for my credit card, and I'm like, shit, where's my wallet? And then I'm like, oh my God. So I tore my apartment apart, and I'm looking. And then Rod goes, well, has anybody used the credit card? And I said, no, but I'm going to lock it anyway. So I locked it just in case. I locked it. And then I was looking, nothing, right? Today is Wednesday. Yeah. I looked for 3 days, right? My mom even came over, and she was like, and she kind of helped me a little bit, and she said, well, retrace your steps. And I said, just like I just detailed it right now, I did retrace my steps the last time I was at Whole Foods. So I called Whole Foods, and I asked them, did you get the wallet? I gave them a name, blah, 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 blah. I described it. Remember, because we had gone to the bar, it only had one credit card and my ID. That's it. And some cash. Yeah. Probably depleted because of the strippers, right? So it wasn't that they were going to get a lot to begin with. But again, it's my favorite wallet because Pierre gave it to me. And so he gave me two. And I don't ever want to lose, so there's more sentiment attached to it. And I don't care about those because I can replace all that stuff, right? And I can always tip a stripper. So, I called and I even went back in again and I was like, does anybody find my wallet? Nothing, right? So today is Wednesday. I go swimming, right? And my friend has been coming with me. His name is Michael. And I wanted to give him a pair of goggles because I have extras. I'm like, oh, here, I'm going to give them. They're brand new. Yeah. And they're polarized or because you need them when you're swimming. So I was like, oh, this would be a fun little gift to give to him. And so I went into my closet and I have these 6 drawers. It's like an organizer. I have things that I never even use. A hair dryer, which my sister uses it more than I do. Yeah. And I was looking for the goggles, right? And so it's a big drawer. It's about this tall and it's about that wide. Think about it. You could fit a whole, hair dryer inside of it and more things, right? And I got shavers and extra razors and yada, yada, yada. So I pull it out of my bed and I'm looking for the goggles. And at the bottom of this drawer, I go,
is that my wallet?
What the hell? And I reach in, I'm like, that's my wallet. And I literally sat on my bed for like 5 minutes trying to think, why would I walk into my closet, deposit my wallet
A place you never go to.
that I never go to in my entire ever life? I mean, I shouldn't say, I go there, but it's not something frequent, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I couldn't think of it.
Was Rod playing a trick on you, maybe?
Oh, no,
A
because I
joke?
called him. He's, oh, I'm so glad you found it. Like, but no, Rod wouldn't. He doesn't possess that kind of humor.
Oh, okay.
He's also very dry. I don't know why I attract a lot of dry people.
Because maybe you're the funnier one.
I don't know.
You like to be the funny one.
Rod is very dry. Rod is very dry. Rod worries about everything and is very dry.
Okay.
He won't watch. He won't care anyway. And then Sean is very dry too. But yeah, so weird. Okay, so back to the wallet. And yeah, there it was. And so of course I called Rod and I sent him a message. I'm like, I found my wallet. He's like, oh my God, yay. And then I unlocked my credit card and then I called my mom and I was like, I found it. And she's like, where was it? Was it under the table? Was it like all the places that she had said to look for, right?
Yeah.
You would expect it to be.
Yeah.
And I said, no, it was actually in the closet.
I hid it from myself.
Like past the toilet paper and the paper towels in a drawer that I have to like reach over to open to get to because I've got, I still have COVID toilet paper and COVID paper towels. So it was just really interesting. And I thought it was a very laughable moment. But then again, going back to getting older, I was like, oh shit, I wonder if I'm gonna be one of those Alzheimer people. And I was
God.
like, did I suck on tinfoil when I was younger? Right? Like all the things like I've always used deodorant that had aluminum. Damn it. Like
It's happening.
you start to think I'm like, oh my God, I'm moving along in life. And that kind of scared me a little bit because I would have never thunk in a million years. It was so random.
And you have no recollection of going through that at all?
No.
Wow.
No, it had to have been opened, placed in there, and then it went to the bottom.
How drunk were you that night?
Oh, no. We only had 3 drinks at the club. So in 4 hours, we had 3 drinks at the club, and then we split the road soda.
Why would you do that?
And I also weigh like 900 pounds. So I mean,
It takes longer.
yeah, like for 3 drinks, it's just like
Like
thimbles.
water, yeah.
It's like little thimbles of alcohol compared to my body size, And then we danced, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like. And Rod drank water all night long. Nobody slipped me anything, thank God, because we
Thank
weren't
God.
at that spot. I wasn't roofied, but it was really random.
It is random.
Random of all randoms of random ever.
Danny,
right?
you're losing it.
I'm losing it. Well, I'm going to have to lose it more. I have to lose more time with you. But unfortunately, we'd love to stay longer. We'd love to chat. But we got shows to record.
We got things to do.
We hope that you enjoyed this episode. We hope that you've been able to palate the past few episodes. We do apologize for the drunkenness and insanity, but what the fuck? Who cares?
Those are my favorite episodes, to be honest.
God.
They're so off the
Hopefully,
rails.
we'll be returning soon with Angelo once he calms down, and Darnella when she stops crying. And so, with all that being said, I hope that you guys have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for watching. Like, Facebook. Do we have a Facebook? Oh,
No,
don't.
we need to.
Instagram. What is that?
TikTok.
Metafeta, TikTok, TikTok,
And YouTube.
And like I said, fuck, I fucked that up. And remember to always do it like Danny.